let me show you something pretty special. Take a look at this routing. It's a bit unusual. We have an envelope starting things off. Yes, an envelope, not an oscillator. Going into a comb filter. And then this dry-wet routing. This being the dry channel, and this being the wet route. Can you see that? The dry route and the wet route. Where I can adjust the dry level with insert effect B. Note the routing afterwards too. X and Y in parallel. Then combining to go into the final effect, the reverb, making this whole structure a dry-wet structure. It's interesting. A great example of the power of routing. Secondly, look at the feedback. You can see that feedback structure. It comes out of the comb into A, which is doing nothing. It's just a node. There's this track delay, and that's being fed via feedback back into itself through the track delay and back around again and again. And remember, when it comes to feedback, track delay is the real trick. Let me show you all these pieces together. So with no feedback, in fact, let's strip it all the way back to no reverb. That's from an envelope going into a comb filter with a reasonably high decay. That's not doing anything. An envelope going into a comb. Envelope 3, so a short, plucky shape with no sustain. The comb self-resonates. It's interesting, an envelope into a comb filter. However, if you then add feedback and track delay, that's super important to remember. Whenever doing feedback, it's generally best to use track delay. That's why it exists in insert effect. Track delay. And that's why I have this phase option, so that the track delay is proportional to the note you trigger. When this added, we now have an even realer sounding instrument. It's not in tune, but that's okay. Fantastic. Thanks for watching.